Personally, I sold perfumes for years, from my 100 level up to my 300 level, without a single flyer. I had no I had no knowledge of personal branding. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Beautiful Voice podcast. My name is Oma, and today we are going to be speaking on a very interesting topic: how personal branding is helping students' careers today. We all know visibility is the new currency. No matter how skilled or talented you are, you need to learn how to put yourself out there and position yourself properly. So, joining me today is someone who is passionate about helping students and young professionals position themselves with clarity, confidence, and authenticity. Her name is Miss Ofeoritse Amoshuka. She is a CV writer, a student radiographer, a LinkedIn strategist, and visibility coach. It's such a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Oba.
Okay, so for people meeting you for the first time, can you briefly introduce yourself? Tell us what you do, who you are. Would love to.
Okay, so my name is Ofeoritse Amoshuka. You cannot call me that, you can call me Gift. So, summary of who I am. Currently, I am a student radiographer. I'm my 400 level, penultimate student. Okay, apart from school academics, I help students, young professionals, and entry-level professionals rather. I help them position themselves for the real life, like after the four walls of the schools. What are you supposed to expect from the professional life, job application, personal branding? What does the application you are going for, what do they require? So I help you do all the maths in between the research, and I position you strategically for the real world. So yes, that is who I am.
Okay, thank you so much. It's nice meeting you.
Thank you so much.
So when people hear personal branding, they think it's social media aesthetics. Like, it's not something they should take serious. Personally, I sold perfumes for years, from my 100 level up to my 300 level, without a single flyer. I had no knowledge of personal branding. So for you, what does personal branding mean? And for someone who doesn't have any idea, what does personal branding
Okay, I think it's actually very good because yesterday I attended a section with Salem King and like creator. So personal branding currently is something that it has just one definition. It's what people perceive of you even while you are not in the room. Is I want to use some versions or, but I think, okay, for instance, Nigeria. If you see the color green, white, green, there's a tendency of you trying to link it to Nigeria as a country. So you can say that that is part of Nigerians' personal brand. Something that people will say of you if when you are not presently in the room. So there's a difference between business brand and a difference between personal branding. Currently, business brands, they have more structures, they have more systems to put in place because businesses are something that they need to thrive. But a personal brand is something that you can be so lazy about it, but still you have a personal brand. So every human being has a personal brand. Either you are helping it grow or you are just being idle about it. But at the end of the day, you have a personal brand. So currently, I'll tell you that a personal brand is the qualities, the attributes that you have. And even while you are not currently in your room, somebody can attribute that thing to you. It's something that is effortlessly done by you that you might not even perceive, but people around you are perceiving it of you. Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting actually. So I don't know if I have a personal brand, but if someone sees me now, they already have a picture of who this person is, an idea. Okay, that's interesting. So did you ever see yourself doing this kind of work, or you just evolved over time?
Okay. So if I'm being very sincere, I have never seen myself as somebody that can even like speak in public honestly, because I actually had a bit of, not a bit rather, like a whole lot of introvertedness while growing up. So it was even worse. So they said that my mom, she noticed how if I'm in a room, because I don't like how tall I am. If I'm in a room, I'm always the person that wants to stay at the back. I'm always the person that wants to sit down while everybody's standing up because I don't want you to ever notice that I'm there. So what she did was that she bought heels for me to wear around the house so that at least I can build my confidence with that. But apart from that, I have never seen myself as somebody that would be that somebody will know my name. I think I just want to just pass my exams, become somebody that is career wise. So no, I don't think I've seen myself as somebody that will be into this field. Yes.
Okay, would love to know more about you. You said you were someone who was very introverted. You didn't like being recognized. So what was your life like before you actually took personal branding serious? Actually put yourself out there. What did you really face? What did you struggle with?
Okay, so for like to be very sincere, I have never been somebody that is lazy about life. How do I mean? Um, Not to put it out there, but like if you check my academic record, if you check my what I've done in school, I'm always somebody that is active, like getting good grades. Anything that somebody puts in my hand, I'll make sure that I do it so well. So I've never been somebody that takes life from me. Oh, I don't want to be serious about it, kind of thing. I've been somebody that I'm so active about life. Anything that you place in my hand, I'm going to do it. So because I had a roommate at that time, when I started seeing her do things that I've never done, I was actually very, very, what's the word I'll call it now? Motivated, yes. I was pushed. I was like, wow. What do you mean you're watching podcasts? What do you mean you're watching sermons? What do you mean you're being consistent in book reading and stuff like that? So before I started pushing personal branding or pushing my life forward, I have always been somebody that I'm a go-getter, yes. If I see something, I'm going to get it. It's not like I just evolved into somebody that I just transitioned to somebody that I so up and doing about work. No, I've always been there, but just in the limelight. Nobody should know what I'm doing.
So I think this is a lesson for every introvert. You can be an introvert and still put yourself out there. Like me now, I'm an introvert, but I still have to put myself out there because even if you're very skilled, as long as you are hiding yourself, you won't get noticed. No one will know about your skill or your talent or whatever. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. So do you think schools prepare students enough for the real world of opportunities for students? Do you think schools prepare us for the real world, or it's just basically academic? What would you say?
The first thing I would say is education is a foundation. Like it's something that you build on the foundation because like it needs to be solid. So education is what helps you mentally. How do I put this now in a way that makes sense? I'm very, very sure that if I was not educated, I would not be doing what I'm doing now. It might not just be four walls of the university. It might be self-learning. It might be being under somebody. It might not necessarily be four walls of the university, but I would say that education is the foundation for almost every successful person actually. You might not have said it before, like it might not be just schooling, but schooling particularly, like the four walls of a school, the four walls of a university, they don't prepare you per se for the outside world. Let me give for example, public school. So I have a neighbor that attends a private school. So at the end of their 4 to 5 years in school, they have like a 2 week section. I've forgotten what they call it, but it's like them branding you or like teaching you how like the outside world would be like. It shows that they actually know that this schooling that you are doing is not going to give you everything that you need to know about like the four walls of the university. So that is like actually very, very noticeable that themselves they know that schooling does not give you everything that you need to know. So yes. So no, actually, the four walls of the school does not prepare you for the outside world.
So we need to learn.
I think I need to shape something in. So today I called my sister and she told me that she's in class. I said, okay, you're in class, okay. So something happened that I sent her a message. I was like, always make sure you attend classes, even when you are tired or you don't feel like it. It builds discipline and consistency that the real world actually needs. It will help you. So that's why I said like it's the foundation. It's not like it's the overall work, but it's something very, very strong. And if the foundation is not strong, I don't do it.
Okay, thank you. So, the one that I say, even as a student, try to get grades from outside.
Yeah.
So, which apps or which platforms would you, what is that word? Which platform would you, I forget this, would you recommend for students to build visibility on?
Okay, I think she said I'm a linguist strategist.
Exactly, I know you're selling interest.
So number one, I actually did not start being on LinkedIn. I started being on WhatsApp. Like my community, I think I would call it a community. Although it was not something that I intentionally built, but at least community building. So first of all, I would say LinkedIn. Although people get pressurized by the kind of achievement that they see on LinkedIn, but I'll tell you that if you're actually consistent to an extent, you also see that it fades with time. Like it might not fade with like you just being there or like a 1 2 months. You notice that at some point you be like, I'm actually not moved by all these things again. Like you guys have been putting it every single day, so I'm actually tired. And I'll say LinkedIn again because you will notice that while you are there and like you take classes or like you meet people that have actually been on the journey, you notice how like they talk about the fact that if you keep on focusing on like what people post or their wins or everything, um Salem King said something. Somebody asked him a question like, so my personal brand, how do I get more followers? He was like, if the core of your personal branding is to get more followers, then you actually don't know what you are doing. He said you need to be somebody that is valuable enough that people follow. So everything that he's just trying to say is the fact that when you are building on LinkedIn, if you are pressurized, mostly if that is the only thing that is on your head, oh my god, why is somebody getting this? And that's just like the reason why you are there. You don't actually know the reason why you want to start building first of all. You need to sit down, ask yourself, what am I going to put into consideration? What are the factors? So this number one app I'll tell you is LinkedIn. Because LinkedIn is one of the apps that gives you global recognition. Like it gives you a whole lot of recognition. Currently, if you search my brand, my name on Google, you will actually see that I actually have a brand that I'm actually pushing forward. And it was LinkedIn that did most of the works for me, and I'm still a student. So yes, LinkedIn is the number one platform that I would recommend that you start building on. You might not get everything at first, but with time, you see that it makes sense.
You said something about WhatsApp at the beginning. I would love to know more because I believe WhatsApp is everybody's primary platform. It used to be Facebook, but now I think it's WhatsApp. You have people who are closer to you. So how can someone also leverage on WhatsApp? I know you said LinkedIn, but I'd love to know how someone can also leverage on WhatsApp. Because that is where you have like your pet supporters.
Okay, thank you so much. So currently, recently, rather, I think in March, I held a personal branding class. I did not do any promotion. I think I only posted about it once on LinkedIn. I did not even get a lot of traction. And I had over 690 something people on that group chat. The only platform I promoted on was on WhatsApp. Like the community that I built over time was what helped me. And it was intentionality. I just really need to shift this in. But it was the Holy Spirit that helped me. Why am I saying this? So I had a friend, or I have a friend rather, and so she I think at the early beginning of me coming down to this campus I am currently, she was intentional about my spiritual life. She was asking me, tell the Holy Spirit, like ask questions to the Holy Spirit. So I noticed how the Holy Spirit was telling me that because there were times that I posted memes a lot. I posted memes. The Holy Spirit will like he will correct me, don't post this, don't post this. I didn't understand what he was saying. It was even down to don't do shortcuts. Use the normal road. Like it's as if he was trying to build professionalism in me. Like let me just be sincere. He was telling me that I should make sure that when somebody buys pure water and like you guys are two that can share that pure water, told me I should not be doing that. Like I should not even try it. It's like I don't know. All these things. It was just recently that I started saying that wow, it was actually
excellent. Excellent.
thank you so much. So I started being intentional about what I posted on my WhatsApp. Currently, if you view my status, you might see a meme, one or two, but I became intentional. I was not randomly posting, and with time, people started saying that she's actually worth somebody that if you view her status, you can actually get one or two. So I think it helped me, and I started building a community without even my knowledge. So when I needed help, people could give me help. So yes,
And that's also personal branding.
it's
because
that
you're
personal
building-
brand.
Okay, thank you so much. So how has LinkedIn changed or brought career opportunities to you?
Oh my god.
And also for students?
Oh my god, LinkedIn. I think if I have just three core factors I built and like I'm building me correctly, LinkedIn is among the top three because I never imagined in my wildest imagination because I've had speaking engagements from LinkedIn. I've had job opportunities from LinkedIn. I'm stressing the I need to show you that
stressing.
the plural is a lot. I've had international clients from LinkedIn. I have built consistency on LinkedIn. I have built relationships on LinkedIn. Someone even messaged me yesterday that she's trying to set up something that do I like she will give me topics that she wants to set up on, and I'll check if I have any LinkedIn relationship that I know can deliver. To show you that like I have relationships on LinkedIn. I have built consistency and like something that I've not something that I would say I battle with, because I said it before that I did not think of all these things like this. I would just go get but just doing it. But when I wanted to intentionally build consistency, I'm so happy that I started with LinkedIn, because I started with 50 days challenge. Like I was writing every day, 50 days by 6 a.m. every single day. 50 days. I started with an, then I went on to an 8 day. Then I went on to a 60-day challenge. Then I wrapped it up with a 100 days challenge. And LinkedIn finally rewarded me on my day 84 of my 100 days. So I've done 50, I've done 60, I've done 8. When my post actually gained a lot of traction was on my day 88 of my 100 days challenge. So like LinkedIn has helped me. People recognize me as somebody that they can go to for certain information. And I'm recognized on Google right now. So you can set me up.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, LinkedIn has helped me a lot.
So how can people also position themselves for students who wants to also do this challenge? Well, let's say they want to be 10, they are getting only 5 likes, 48 views. How can they keep going? And how can they position themselves well?
Okay, so I'll tell you for free. I've said it before. If you are after the follower, you're after the traction that you want on LinkedIn. Okay, there's really something they call KPIs. So you need to look at your KPIs. I've forgotten the full name of the name of. I think it's key something like that. I've forgotten. But you need to look at what do you want. If you're looking towards follower gaining, then you need to know that you have to follow the system. Everything like there are systems to these things. Why was I posting 6 a.m. every day? I noticed that was when my target audience were mostly online. It's not like I was just posting. There's a 1 hour before, 1 hour rewards. It's something that LinkedIn does. When LinkedIn notices that you are engaging on other people's posts, the algorithm will like shift, okay, she's actually active. So there's a whole lot going on there. There's a process of you building yourself in somebody else's comment section. Like if you want to actually be very, 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 very serious about what you are doing, you start with just doing what you can at the moment. Then you notice that with time, you're understanding it. People are sharing ideas because LinkedIn is a community that people share ideas. You follow people that share ideas, you start building something. Before you know, wow. Somebody Elizabeth Boluwatifemi wrote to me. I joined her platform for my first 2 days. She had moved on the platform, and she talked about how she did not even notice that she was at 50,000 followers. Somebody had to tell her. She was literally just posting, just doing her own stuff. It's not like posting will just get you there. No, there are systems to this thing, and if you are intentional about it, the universe has a way of rewarding you. It definitely has a way of. You might not understand what I'm saying now till you start it.
So you should just be consistent. Even with your 10 followers, your 5 followers, just keep posting. So what are common mistakes people make that damage their personal brand?
Okay, common mistakes. Number one, I don't care. Like, how will I put this now? You know this now they said the internet never forgets. Never forgets, actually. So remember when I don't know if you guys remember, but when we were dragging Eric for stuff that he said, like he did not say rather, but like it was found on his page. Assuming that was something that he said, his personal brand would have been damaged. So the number one mistake that people make is the fact that they are not conscious enough of what they post online. Like this is the internet, something that people will see. Somebody met me. Somebody asked me why do I call Chimamanda my role model? It's because she's literally building a legacy, but you don't know much about her personal life. That's not where I'm going to. There are people that your personal activities want to actually make you. There are actually different types of branding. We have a whole lot of branding online. There are 5 types actually. I call them the archetypes of branding. But I don't know. I'm trying to remember them. not getting it. We have the creator branding. We have the I've forgotten. Maybe if I remember at the time, I actually give us a lot of it. So your type of branding might be the type that you need to be exploring and be posting online and everything. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that they have certain information that you're not supposed to reveal online, but because you want to brand, they are revealing it online. Salem King said in one of his newsletters, um, there's a difference between sharing and oversharing. An example, you don't share something that you have not built from, because as you are sharing it, the tendency of you trying to talk more about it because you are hot. And if you start from that place, the internet will not forget. So the number one mistake people make is that they tend to overshare what they are not supposed to share. So another mistake people make is that they want to they don't understand the difference between personal branding and business branding. They want to intertwine them together. A business brand is professional. A business brand, you don't necessarily make mistakes if you know you want somebody to buy from you. A business brand, you need to upskill. You don't use any image that comes to your mind. Professionalism matters. Somebody, Precious Obo, a LinkedIn creator, said that if you want to attract high ticket clients, you need to position yourself like somebody that a high ticket client can buy from. So they want to start with perfection. No, you are building a business personal brand, not building a business brand. You are just building as you are. So that's another mistake people make. They want to intertwine personal branding and business branding.
So you say it's wrong to have a single, let's say a single account, a single page, what's your personal and business brand?
The funny thing is that you can actually do both. You can actually do both. It's something that you need to understand in one system before you move to another system. If you're starting with a personal brand, start with it. I started with a personal brand. Currently, I have my business brand is trying to intertwine with my personal brand. But I started with who I was. Who did I start with? I started with somebody that I help students that have businesses around to understand that the stress they are going through, the burnouts they are going through is valid. I started posting about it and I was like building on it. I did not have a business I was there saying, I was building per se. But yes, I was helping.
Do you have any other mistake?
I'm trying, maybe if I can remember. Um,
So recently, there's been a lot of conversation about employability, competence, and whether young people are actually prepared for global opportunities. In this era of visibility and personal branding, how can young professionals ensure they are not just being seen online, but are actually building real competence and value so that opportunity can find them? I heard about this CEO of Money Points coming out to say they have 500 roles to fill, but no Nigerian person to employ. So how can they position themselves? I feel like I don't want to blame him entirely because many people have the talent, they have the skill, but no personal branding. They don't position themselves. We don't even know them. So how can people actually come out to position themselves, not just reading online, but positioning yourself well?
So there are actually two things to this thing. If you are building a personal brand, you have the mindset at the back of your head that you are not building it to attract clients or attract opportunities. Let me actually rephrase that. You are not building it to attract what the business world has, clients, business opportunities and stuff like that. You are building it because you are building a brand for yourself. If you are building a business brand, that is the aspect of like money point stuff. You are building a business brand, you are showing competency. You are showing that because I said in personal brand you can start on show. For business brand, you do not need to start on show. You need to start as somebody that knows what they are doing. Because if the owner of Money Points wants to buy from me today, because quite recently I had a job. Somebody reached out to me, a company reached out to me on LinkedIn for a role in their company. I do not even know how serious it was until I passed the first phase of the interview. Then the second phase of the interview, the co-founder of the company, somebody that stays in UK. I'm like, eh? I don't know how serious this was. I'm so sorry. But like that was like the management side part of the founder needs to like see me and stuff like that. But if the owner of Money Point wants to perceive me or wants to see me, I cannot give him my Facebook account. I will instead give him my LinkedIn account. I built on both. I put my personal brand on LinkedIn. I put my business brand on LinkedIn. My business and my personal brand. But if I weigh the two options and I see that, oh, on Facebook, I'm not sounding like somebody that's professional. I'll actually go to my LinkedIn and I'll send in my account, like, "Sir, this is what I do," because I know I've built it intentionally. So for young people that want to attract opportunities, don't start with the mindset of, oh, I need to get an opportunity today. Start with the mindset that I need to grow first. I need to understand, because somebody said that, I think, who was that said that, you need experiences to tell a story. So you literally need, if they want to call somebody that is just starting, oh, I want to get experience, and they're like, okay, can you be a TEDx talker or speaker rather? You have nothing to say. You need to first build yourself as a young person. If your mindset is to start with only opportunity first, you will get drained with the process, because nobody will find you worthy to be employable. So the first thing I'll tell you is that start first, build experience. One of the sides of that money point stuff is that most of those people that send their CV, they don't know the meaning of a application tracking system. Most of them that maybe they drop their application. Nigerians, we need more visibility on what a application tracking system is, and before you drop your CV. Most of us just drop our CVs randomly, and like you expect somebody that is not seeing your CV but your computer first to automatically pass you. So there's an aspect of CV writing or like CV optimization there where most people don't get it. Like they're just dropping a random CV. How, because it's literally a software application that views the CV before it gets to the hiring manager. How do you want this software application to attach emotions to your CV that is not well detailed or well tailored? So that is an aspect. The second aspect is the aspect of you trying to get global opportunities or business opportunities where you are still having like zero post or zero post on your Instagram page. No, start building first, and with time, I've said it before, the universe has a way of rewarding your efforts.
Yeah, so don't wait for perfection.
Don't wait for
You
perfection.
don't want to be perfect before they start. Like, let me get
Just
started,
start.
let me finish. Just start, put out value. And,
Yes, just
okay.
start.
So, what makes someone stand out in today's competitive world?
What
How
makes
can
somebody
someone
stand out?
Because I feel like everybody's a content creator, nobody has a single unique job.
Yeah, I think I'll say it.
So, how
I
can
think I'll say
someone
something.
stand out?
Okay, so last night I was supposed to make a post, but I slept off. What was that post about? A while ago, I talked about how, Saturday here, I talked about how we have a low attention span in the world currently. Like as a content creator, you need less than 3 seconds to impress your like a target audience. But yesterday, I watched a video that Dimeji, Ola Dimeji, Adegbile posted. So in that video, he had over 8,000 plus reactions on Instagram. But I noticed something. Oladimeji did not start with a hook. And a normal content creator in today's world would have used less than 30 seconds to say what Oladimeji said in more than 5 minutes. Let me explain what I mean. So I was watching this video and Oladimeji was taking turns to pause. Like, I'm not talking about 2 seconds pausing. He was literally taking turns to sit still and process his words. A content creator in today's world that understands that you have less than 30 seconds to express you will just say everything. Like, you just begin all this, cut the video, add and everything. But I noticed something and I call it uniqueness. One of the things that will make you stand out in today's world is how unique you are. It's how you are not pushed by what everybody does. Because I'll say it, everybody has something unique that God has placed in you. It's how you don't allow the world to put their pressure on it that will make you stand out. Salem King said something about there are some people that they want to just be posting about their travel life, how they are traveling and everything, and they have target audience. But if you are pressured by, oh, I need to go into finance, oh, I need to go into business, like Dim said something that he did not know why God told him to create an account where he was sharing his family, like family back life activities and everything. Until I saw a post that he was on a walk or he was doing like a run with his son. And that post had over 100 and something thousand reactions. Like, you just need to know that you are unique and don't allow the word pressure you. Because if you allow, because pressure will come, pressure will come, like it will come. If you're not being pressured in this world, just know that you might not be doing something that you're not bothered actually, because you'll be pressured honestly. But one thing that makes you stand out is how you understand your uniqueness in today's world. So yes,
So you should not go after what every other person is doing.
that's why it's called personal branding.
Listening to a particular speaker, listening to someone else who's a coach, and I don't know, they just want to go into everything. So choose, stay in a lane, stay in a lane.
Okay, people call it niching, but it's not niching per se. Niching is a different thing.
I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear actually. I've heard people say don't pick a niche, just explore.
Also, say pick a niche.
Yeah.
Don't pick a niche. Pick a niche.
It's confusing.
You are the
What should we
niche.
do?
You are the niche. Honestly, you are the niche. Why am I saying this? Because where I was today, don't say this. Sorry, where I was last year, not where I am today. Would I say, oh, you started talking about students that have businesses. Now you're into job application strat. Only God knows what will be tomorrow. That's because I don't even know. I'm the niche, not my not my post online. Like I am the niche. What I am doing currently is what I will do. So this one niche story is something that if you don't understand it, you actually like lost. So you don't need to niche down to something. It's called something. Somebody said a master of all trades is sorry. This is a jack of all trades is a master of none. Then somebody completed that statement, but oftentimes better than the master of the one. So you don't necessarily need to niche down to just one particular part. You limit yourself. You are a young person, honestly. Like, yeah, like if you fail, just fail. You will get up again. They are not dying. Like, if you fail, you don't need to feel that, oh, the world will end tomorrow, or oh, I'm just behind. Even though you are 14, you are 50, keep on trying and everything. So like, you will notice that at the center of everything, to all link down to who you are. Like your designing, your branding, you do music. Like you will notice it at some point. The universe will make you notice.
All of them are aligned.
And all of them will align, yes.
So what is the hardest part about building a personal brand?
The hardest part about building a personal brand.
Like something people struggle with. I would say personally, it's this thing about finding your niche. When you listen to one speaker, you want to go with the person to say. When you listen to maybe an artist, you want to go into this. So what's the hardest part about building a personal brand?
I want to say peer pressure, like something that you said just now. Because we are young people and pressure is something that gets to us a lot. So I would say it's the pressure of performance. Like you always need to perform. There are things that you need to actually take a break. Let me tell you something. Yesterday, Dims, the whole everything of what he was saying was that you need to have an European approach to life and an American approach to, I think he was saying work. He was saying that like the American approach, like you need to understand that you know your abilities, you know what you can do. You are not doing it based on what the world, oh, post 7 times a week if you know you want to be active. But you know that you cannot do that because you have something else you are doing. You know what you can do. It's not like you are limiting yourself. Oh, I cannot post 7 times. I'm just going to. No, you know your strengths. You embrace your strengths and you do it. Just like me. It's not like I said, oh, I did 100 days. Now I need to do 100 days. Now you know you cannot do 100 days. You are a student. You are doing something else. You have a business you are running, and everything in between. So you need to have this American approach. Know your time. Know what you can do. Know what the range that you can work with, and don't be so, like, how will I put this now, or rather be focused on it. Have something you are doing, because if you actually know what you are doing, the pressure of the world will come, but you'll be like, I actually have something I'm doing, I'm focused enough. Then you do that. Then you know how to understand the process of the European approach to life. Embrace life as something that anything can go sideways. just relax, be relaxed about life, have a time of rest, know that. And this only happens when you are putting the work that you know, not when you are like how life is now, you want to read a book but you notice that you were so distracted and you are really like put a time, and you know you could have done more if you were not distracted, but you were distracted, and then I'm like, oh my god, I need to, and you need to rest, but because you knew that that time that you get to read that book, you did not read that book, so the pressure will be there. You don't know if you choose between your resting time and between your reading a book. But if you knew your strengths and you knew that okay, at this time I can actually read this book, and you read this book focused, you will notice that you actually have that time allocated to rest. So one of the hardest things is understanding the process of systems. Is that the correct word? I don't think I would say system, because system is rigid, but life is not rigid. So I would say it's pressure. Pressure from performance. You need to always perform. You need to know your strength, know your weaknesses.
So you're rounding up today's episode. What is one thing students should stop doing if they really want to grow? Students, if they really want to grow, what is that one thing you would advise them to stop doing? I love the first thing you said at the beginning about posting on your WhatsApp status. You post me too much, like I'm dying in school. I have to do stuff at some point.
Like this exam period, like no even
I have to stop because I feel like people are coming to my WhatsApp status or something. I need to build myself. So what is one thing aside from this now? What is one thing you advise to them to stop doing if they're truly going to do?
Stop talking down on yourself. You're a student, we know. And stop trying to overcompensate for being a student. Oh my god, you don't know what I'm doing. How can I be a graphic designer? How can I be designing? I have so much. But you can watch TikTok. You can watch football for how many hours? You can follow up FIFA league for the whole season. You can watch series. I'm not trying to justify that. There are some people that they don't actually do stuff like this. But don't try to overcompensate yourself for being a student. It's something that I love about Victor Kafo. Victor Kafo is a storytelling strategist, and like currently I think he's at Chevening, I've forgotten, but I think he has graduated. Victor Kafo is not somebody that will sugarcoat his words. If you follow him and you're a student, you will feel the need to actually be doing something with your life. He talked about how he knew that he was not like the average person. So this is not to sound, oh, you need to be rigid on yourself. No, he knew what he wanted to be at the end of his final year. He knew what he needed to achieve. So he did not compensate the fact that, oh, I'm studying law. Oh, I cannot by any means do anything apart from that. No, you can do something with your life. Don't overcompensate with the fact that I'm a student, so I cannot do anything. If you know you want, you can read a book. And because I started with, the first thing I think I started was reading a book. I did a 60 days challenge. Every day I was reading a book. I was writing down the title of the book, the page number I was in, and how will I put this now? And the summary of what I read. It was taxing. There were days that it was not light enough coffee. I left my lodge around 10 p.m. to go to somebody to charge just so that I can read that day and send in my reports. Because I know that after these 4 words of this school, what excuse do you have to give? And let me just give you a hack or a secret. If you build as a student, I'm telling you, you have a 5, I think, I don't want to exaggerate here, but a 5 times, or how would I put this now? You have like, what experience? People will want to help you. That is the word. If you notice that you're a student and you're trying to beat something, check it out. Reach out to people that you know can help. You notice that they want to help you. Another thing, have a community of people. Eric says this every time. I'm a CV writer, but the reason why I started writing CV was because I joined a community called Squared. And if you see people that were in that community, they were so like people that they were serious about their life. We have focus sections where we do like 3 times in a week. We have 2 hours of focus session. We send in our reports, what we want to achieve for the week. We have accountability partners, like a whole lot of things. So if you're a student, know that there are people like you that want to build too. Attach yourself to a community that is worth your time. So yes.
Thank you so much. Okay, so it comes to the end of today's episode, but we have one last question for you. I've been seeing your work and everything you're doing. It's actually inspired me a whole lot. It's very on LinkedIn, oh my god. So what kind of impact do you hope your work leaves on students and young professionals? What kind of impact do you want to leave on students?
I think you start by sharing this because I've actually never shared this. But at the core of who I am, I'm somebody that I'm a light bearer. God called me the light of this world, and He cannot hide me under a shell. I think that's the word. But in the book of Isaiah, chapter 61, verse 1 and 2, He said, He has called me to set the captives free. So I am the light that will shine to the ignorance of young people around me, where I can help them in my capacity. I want to leave an impact that if somebody sees me or hear of what I do, you would attach me to being a light in your life. Somebody that opens your eyes to the possibilities around you, not just job applications, no. Opportunities that surround you. The fact that you can be more than who you are currently. So at the end of life or at the end of the day, I really want to be somebody that becomes a light in the lives of them.
So like having me here today. Thank you. Okay, so this is the end of today's episode. It was lovely having you. We are going to see you the next episode. I don't know when next, but we'll see you next time. Have a lovely day. Bye.